It feels like the entire Fallout series is currently on a high we haven't seen since the release of Fallout 4. And that's entirely due to the brilliant TV show recently released by Amazon. No doubt the show will be many people's first introduction to the Fallout universe, and for many others, the show will reignite a passion for the series, which we've already been seeing with all of the games experiencing a massive influx of players. Fallout is a series that has always been at the heart of this channel, both for my love of the series and for the brilliant Easter eggs and secrets hidden in every single game. So let's dive back in once again and take a look at some of the very best Easter eggs and secrets from the Fallout games. Easter eggs have always been a major part of Fallout from the very first game. Random encounters in the wasteland could see you run into anything from a crashed UFO to Doctor Who's very own TARDIS. This trend continued in Fallout 2, where players could encounter both a crashed Federation ship and the Guardian of Forever, both originating from Star Trek. Fallout 3 was released all the way back in 2008, and for many, including myself, was their very first steps into the post-apocalyptic world of Fallout. Despite it being many players' first time experience in the wastes, the wasteland itself didn't hold back on letting players know exactly what it thought of them. This door, found just beneath Satcom Array NN03D, is just one example of Fallout's dark sense of humour. Similar doors just like this one have also cropped up in later entries in the series, including Fallout 4 and its Nuka-World DLC. However, the messages behind these doors are much more tame, because I guess in the post-apocalypse, slavery, murder and violence is completely fine, but bad language is a step too far. Fallout 3 was easily one of my favourite games growing up. The Capital Wasteland felt like it went on forever and had hidden secrets and mysteries to uncover around every turn. You'd never know what a new location had in store for you, and perhaps one of the best examples of this can be found in the supermarket just west of Jury Street Metro Station. The store seems long abandoned, but the previous occupant seems to really want you to stand on this pressure plate. As you just saw, this entire store has been set up to be an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine. The pressure plate triggers a ram, which dominoes a whole bunch of boxes, triggering another pressure plate, which this time activates a pitching machine. The pitching machine knocks over a fire extinguisher into a bear trap that explodes, causing a chain reaction that drops a corpse and a bunch of high value loot from the ceiling. It's very well done. Just be careful where you stand, as those final explosions are no joke. Jumping ahead now in the Fallout timeline to a game that looks like it will have a big effect on the Fallout TV show in Season 2. Fallout New Vegas is widely regarded as the best Fallout has to offer. One of my favourite things about the game is the Wild Wasteland perk, that adds some interesting random encounters to the game. For example, not too far from Goodsprings Cave, in the desert you can find a lone refrigerator. Inside this fridge is a skeleton and a fedora. This scene is a brilliant recreation of Indiana Jones's escape from a nuclear blast at the very beginning of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. although it seems the adventurer in Fallout New Vegas wasn't quite so lucky. Another brilliant movie reference found in New Vegas is this time found at Camp Searchlight. On the edge of the town you can find a church. This is actually one of 2 churches in Camp Searchlight, but you'll know you're in the right place if inside the church you find a door leading to the basement. Down in the basement, once you've dealt with a couple of geckos, you'll be able to find a box of grenades on the table. But these are no ordinary grenades, they are holy hand grenades, a reference to an item of the very same name seen in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And the box even references a joke from the movie.
We have the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5. Please, 3.
These grenades are actually a unique item too, with only 3 of them being available in the whole of New Vegas, which is a shame because they really pack a punch. I just wanted to take a really quick break right now just to say thank you to every single one of you for watching. I really appreciate everyone that engages with the video, so if you are enjoying this, please leave a like and a comment. And if you really enjoy what I do and want to see more Easter egg content just like this, then please subscribe. If you're enjoying the movie references, the entire Fallout series is chock full of them. As we can see now, as we once again jump ahead, this time into Fallout 4. Just south of the Old North Church in Boston, you can come across an unmarked metro station. If you take a moment to head down into the station, you'll discover an interesting sight. Sat in an armchair is a skeleton and a teddy bear, both wearing black sunglasses and fedoras. Now, it's not unusual to find pre-war skeletons in interesting positions in Fallout, but this in particular appears to be a reference to Jake and Elwood Blues, also known as the Blues Brothers. If you like Disneyland, Fallout 4's Nuka-World DLC will probably be right up your alley. Just like Disney, this entire place is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, and you may even run into a familiar smuggler as you explore Fizztop Mountain. Heading inside of the mountain, you'll need to climb up to the very top of the interior buildings. Up at the very highest point on the rooftop, you'll be able to find a tiny Han Solo frozen in carbonite as we see him in The Empire Strikes Back. What potentially turns this fun little Easter egg reference into a disturbing one though, is what happens when we shoot it. Honestly, it felt like 4 years ago, Fallout 76 was universally hated by the gaming community. Since then though, the game has come a long way, and thanks to the Fallout TV show is currently experiencing record player numbers. For those of you who have just jumped back into Appalachia, or for those of you who are new, here's a couple of Fallout 76's best Easter eggs. You better be careful if you're paying a visit to White Springs Golf Club, because apart from it being filled with feral ghouls, there may also be something much more eldritch lurking around. Heading through the golf club until you reach the beverage counter, you'll be able to find something strange inside the fridge. A small clown and a red balloon. Many of you will already understand this reference, but for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is a reference to Pennywise the Clown from Stephen King's It. Moving away now from killer clowns, let's make things a little more PG with hard drugs. Out in the east of Appalachia, you'll come across a lone red pickup truck in a clearing. Around this truck are a number of barrels, with 5 of them being half buried in the dirt alongside wads of cash. Nearby this hole we find a corpse dressed in a lab coat and a gas mask beside him. If we put all of these clues together, it paints a pretty clear picture of an Easter egg referencing Season 5, Episode 10 of Breaking Bad, where, just like this scene in Fallout 76, Walter White, represented here by the corpse, buries 7 plastic barrels filled with money. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, comment, and of course, subscribe.